Have you heard about Mind Goblin? Mind Goblin these nuts! This video and my channel are sponsored by Untap.gg. Looking to track your stats and see how fast you can make it up to Mythic? Be sure to use their add-in, which is what I did, while I was doing my Mythic climb. This is actually the deck I used to get to Mythic, and I tracked how it performed, especially against certain decks, while I was playing it, and I used it to track my iterations to say, ooh, was this change I made to my deck good or bad relative to the Explorer meta? This is a great way to improve your gameplay by using data analysis and by seeing what other people are playing. You can check them out in the description of the video. Hello, my fellow explorers of Pioneer. This is a Goblin deck, because it turns out Goblins has a really awesome card right now. My inspiration to build this deck came from Rundvelt Hordemaster, a new card from Dominaria United that gives you board wipe protection by refilling your ability to cast goblins when your goblins die. It's amazing. This is such a good card. So I decided to build an Explorer deck because it's not quite Pioneer, but hey, it'll scratch the itch with this new card. And it's incredible because even when you're sacrificing creatures like Fanatical Firebrand or Skirk Prospector for their abilities, you still get this ability to check the top of your deck, exile it. If it was a goblin, then cast it. Sometimes you even get surprise lethal off it. And we also have great ways to go wide. Build up your board, buff your board with Battle Cry Goblin, with Squee, another card from Dominaria United, the old school Legion Warboss, and we also have our Lords. There's also some 4-mana Lords. I'm not running them. This is a really fun deck. So we're going to take it into the queue, and you're going to see it in action. King Asgore the Third is going to be my next opponent. I played against this person earlier today in Ranked, but I do not remember what they were playing, and I think it was also the standard queue. So, just a lucky rematch here, and I'm going to throw down a Firebrand. Turn 1, 1/1 Goblini, who turns sideways to hit face. You can also sacrifice this in order to deal 1 damage to any target, which can definitely be relevant later in the game. But what if there were 2 Fanatical Firebrands on the battlefield? Yes, perfect. I have no idea what this deck is. I see a lot of colors. Hello, yes. Hello, yes. Tyrant's Scorn. Okay, they're going to try to kill my goblin before it attacks, sacrifice it in response, and then swing in for 1. They shocked that in, which, well, I just don't trust like that. It doesn't really change how we're going to play out this turn, though, because Squee, and then an attack with everything. A goblin entering the battlefield is a red creature, and it triggers the Foundry Denizen, but it looks like Squee is not long for this world. I'm not going to get to attack with him to generate a goblin token. We're just going to swing in for 3 here. Xander's Lounge! How about more goblins? Goblin Ringleader, unless it gets countered here, is going to hopefully put a whole bunch of goblins in my hand. We're going to look at the top 4 cards, and 2 of those 4 were goblins. That's what I like to see. And we're going to swing in 2 because this has haste. I actually did not know that Ringleader was legal in Pioneer because I didn't make the connection. Oh yeah, it got reprinted in M20. Until maybe like 3 weeks ago when I built this deck. Very happy to see it though. Very happy to see this. They keep on cycling lands. I feel like there's some domain shenanigans that are maybe going to happen, but they haven't happened yet. If I go for the Battle Cry Goblin, Denizen and Haste, I think I'll have lethal. So what we want to do is Denizen first, Battle Cry Goblin, both of these set triggers, activate the Battle Cry Goblin, and then swing in for, oh, that's actually a little bit of overkill. You know what? There's no kill like overkill. Get that extra damage in. GG, we never saw what our opponent was doing. Doesn't matter, we did goblin things. This opponent is going to try to teach me a lesson. And I am going to be reluctant to learn it, because my interests are goblins, 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 and of course, goblins. This hand seems pretty nice though. I've got Battle Cry Goblin and Warboss, and way too many lands. That's okay, we're gonna make do. I have a way to use those lands with the Battle Cry Goblin's activated ability, assuming it lives, and we also have, ooh, a really good draw, the Goblin Ringleader. Wow, okay, that was aggressive. This could be mono red, or it could be a spells deck. Interesting, electrostatic infantry. The infantry is going to reward them for playing removal pre-combat, because it's going to get bigger with each of these spells. So the infantry is now a 2-3, sorry, make that a 3-4. And they're smacking me. Oof. Big oof. I'm going to build up my board with a Legion Warboss. It's not going to be great at blocking, but it is going to help me go wide. I've got this little 1/1 goblin that it spits out. Hello, little buddy. How you do? Oh, and the Warboss is dead. Long live the Goblin King. This is a problem. This is a big problem. And this has trample. So I think I'm dead. But I'm still going to build up my board. And maybe they have a dud draw and I can win off a triple block. They could activate Den of the Bugbear. They could hit me with the Rundvelt Ruins. I feel like we might be stabilizing. Just a teeny tiny bit. Do you attack me? They don't! Okay, we have struck fear into our opponent. Though, honestly, all it's gonna take is like one piece of removal and then we're deadzo dunzo, down for the count. I can do like 1 damage by tapping this. It's not very good. I'm going to play the Goblin Ringleader to see what goblins I can get. Okay, I got a Snoop. I'm just going to play the Foundry Street Denizen and continue to sit here, unmoving and unblocking. Ooh, are you gonna crack your Rundvelt Ruins? Yes, they are. So that's gonna do 2 damage directly to my face. If they draw a bolt, and we know they're running them, there's 3 of them right here, we're dead. Ooh, Jaya, Fiery Negotiator. Her plus ability can make a monk, her minus can get her fake card draw, and her -2 can destroy a blocker. My options are getting thinner here. I'm going to look at the top of my library for a Snoop. That's not bad. That's going to take out the monk. Do I go for this? Yes, I do. I'm going to attack your Jaya. If they block, the Fanatical Firebrand will kill the electrostatic infantry. That's what I want to see! Get out of here! I'm not going to say I'm stabilized. Again, I'm at 3 life against a mono red deck. Oh gosh, what were those cards? They don't kill me yet. Yet. The yet is important. March of Reckless Joy. They're digging deeper. Skewer the critics. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm gonna say it was a good run. Goblins, you did a great job. I love you very, very much. And I would say we were close to getting lethal using Battle Cry Goblin. Very close to getting lethal. GG. Don't say my opponent's name 3 times. You might be in trouble. We have a nice opening hand here. 3 mana. I'd say that's like the ideal amount of mana. Good 1-drops, good 2-drop, good 3-drop. That's a keep. We also have a Den of the Bugbear, which is just like, get it down now, use it later. Foundry Street Denizen, behold! The goblin who gets a little bit bigger when my other goblins come into play. All the creatures in this deck are red. Now, because of like the early damage, I'm gonna be going for a goblin into another goblin and then just swinging with everything. That's 4 damage rather than just playing the Conspicuous Snoop. The Skirk Prospector is asking me, hey, do you want to sacrifice all your goblins? Yes, maybe? And I'm just hoping my opponent doesn't wipe my board. The snow-covered swamp is very telling. What it tells me, by the way, if you really want to know, is... Hey. Psst. I run blood on the snow. Thanks! I didn't want to know that, and I'm scared of you also. Here comes a turn 3 Squee! Squee is sweet because it can come back from the graveyard, has haste, and makes more goblins. Terrible at everything but attacking, but hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. And also, because it attacks and makes another goblin, that's going to be another buff for the Foundry sheet Denizen. Our opponent is almost definitely running a control deck, so getting in this damage early is huge. Swinging for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In post-combat, if we really wanted to, we could, like, sacrifice some goblins to get at the Snoop. I don't think that's a great idea, though. Opponent, you ready for this? Oh my god, are you a rogue stack? That's a Soaring Thought Thief. Okay. Sure. My Skirk Prospector's off the board. It's in the graveyard. And I'm still going to just keep reeling against the Soaring Thought Thief. I have seen Explorer rogues before. I've even seen historic rogues. Haven't for a while, but you know, it is a pretty decent deck. Right now, with 3 cards in my graveyard, there's a good chance they'll be able to counter things using Drown in the Lock. I'm going to throw down Goblin Warchief, though. It's just 2 more hasty damage. Plus 1 more for this Denizen. We're gonna swing in. Ooh, okay, yep, it was Drown in the Lock, and they're doing it onto the Goblin Warchief. I think the reason they didn't go for Squee, even though Squee is going to be a bigger source of damage, is because Squee can be essentially escaped from the graveyard. But like right now, I have lethal on board. I have the Firebrand able to kill them with but a simple sacrifice. And that is going to be GG from me, the goblins, to you, the rogues. It's Garbage Mage. I'm ready for some trash. Let's go! I'm ready for garbage! Please let me keep this. Yes, let's go! Knight of Ebon Legion and a Leyline of the Void. This is something very mono-black. Leyline of the Void, I feel like, only sees play when graveyards are being heavily interacted with, which I'm not that familiar with mono-black in Explorer. Oh, okay. That was a very short-lived goblin right there. And a Yara. Ooh, this feels like the kind of deck that's going to finish me off with a Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Not quite big enough to take out the Knight if they choose to pump it up. I'm going to block a Yara instead. It's a 4/5 swinging in, dealing 4 to me, and then becoming a 2/3. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, 2. I'm just going to swing in with the first. Because of the activated ability on this Knight, though, like, my choices are not great. You gonna plus, you gonna minus. You're gonna minus. Goodbye, my beautiful Goblini. Ooh, they're leaving them both back here. They can't pump up the Knight, and they want to be able to defend Liliana. Thankfully, the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord actually has an activated ability, which I think is going to be pretty nice here. It's either that, or we just double Goblin. But I think killing the Liliana would be pretty good. Let's do it! Bye-bye, Liliana of the Vale. I still think it's wild that this 1-drop has 2 relevant creature types. Good base stats, it's a 1/2. Gets a +3/+6, not +3/+0, +3/+3. Can grow at the end of turns. And gets Death Touch on its activated ability. Wizards of the Coast, why you do this? Why do you make this 1-drop? Gonti has stolen a card from my library. Not appreciated. And between the 2 Hobgoblins, I could tap them both to deal 1 damage apiece on this turn. But I don't think that that's going to be a very good move. Whatever they stole from my deck, by the way, most of the cards are not going to be that useful for them. But there's one card, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, that's kind of amazing for them. It gives them good filtering, gives them some fun, and they can pump this up twice. I hate that. I'm going to sacrifice the Hordemaster to block Gonti and take the Knight of Ebon Legion's damage. Ow, oof. And it gets exiled, so I don't even get the on-death trigger for it. Okay, it was Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Gives them a goblin. They can't sacrifice it to a Yara, though. You can only sacrifice black creatures. Oof, that's a good one. Okay, you know, Battle Cry Goblin? That's pretty cool. How about we just go for broke? I could leave one of you back. And then, I don't know, shoot down the goblin. Probably still die to this. No. Everybody get in here. Everybody get in here. Force them to block. I could still activate the Battle Cry Goblin again to give each of these +1/+0. You are staring down lethal, opponent. What you gonna do about it? I hope the answer is nothing and let me win the game. Fingers crossed for nothing? No! Blocking! Wait. A little blocking? Possibly just enough blocking to allow them to have lethal on the backswing? That's exactly what they're doing. Die by the power of my goblinis! You can't sacrifice that, it's not a black creature. But you can still kick my butt by attacking me with everything next turn and double pumping the Knight of Ebon Legion. Please don't. You discarded both cards, cut down and leyline. The Knight of Ebon Legion can get +6/+6, and a Yara swings in for 2. That's gonna be game. Beautiful battle of the wee baby creatures. Our opponent's deck is extra big. They've got Yorion that are running an extra 20 cards. Maybe more? Nope, exactly. Elvish Mystic. Is this going to be a Goblins versus Elves mashup, or are they just ramping? It is not Goblins v Elves. That's a watery grave. What's it gonna do with 3 mana? Nothing. How incredibly suspect. I'm going to play Fanatical Firebrand. And I'm going to use it to kill the Mystic, or at least try to kill the Mystic by sacrificing it and dealing 1 damage. What was that for? I'm wondering if they needed blue mana, but they had like a sensor. Oh, Growth Spiral. This looks like it's Sultai Ramp. Okay, Sultai Ramp it is. Sultai Ramp's kind of cool. It sometimes uses not Emergent Ultimatum. Yes, Emergent Ultimatum? Whatever the one that's in those colors is. I totally know which one it is. Yeah, definitely. Have a Squee. Not a counterspell? Excellent. May I attack you? Nope, they're gonna use Heartless Act to kill it. They're putting their Yorion into hand. What is their opinion of more Squee? Ooh, I like that they're not doing anything. Let's swing in. Dealt 3 damage. What you gonna do about that, Joker Blake? Okay, they're gonna kill Squee again. Squee's just not having a good day. And a Bloodchief's Thirst on Foundry Sheet Denizen. I actually only need 1 more card in my graveyard until I can bring one of these back. But I don't think that that would be a great use of my turn. Instead, I'm going to just spit out as many Goblin Lords as I can. Here's 2 of them. Perfectly efficient mana usage. Finding the Old Gods can be blinked, though, by Yorion. When Yorion enters the battlefield, it's able to exile and then return however many non-land permanents they own and control as they want. That would let them kill one of these, but at least I would get 2 triggers off of its ability. Yorion does the blinky stinky. And goodbye, Hordemaster. Let's see what we get exiled off it, though. Ah, Goblin Ringleader and Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Ooh, I would love to get the Ringleader out, but I think that the Bandit Lord is going to be a better choice for me. But Amy, think of the mana efficiency. I'm going to go for the Ringleader. And I got 1 Goblin. Another Rundvelt Hordemaster. They get another forest off their Binding the Old Gods. They have enough mana now to use Ultimatum, which I am not happy about. Ooh, instead, Cruelty of Gix. Cruelty of Gix on Chapter 1. You're gonna go for Making Me Discard. Which do you do? This guy? That guy or the other guy? That guy. Good choice, good choice. I can play both of these from hand, or we could go for Hordemaster, followed by Squee. That's what I'm going to do. We're just going to hit all these creatures here. Just things they can't use. We're going to swing in with you 3. They're going to have to block 1. Ooh, you know, I should have actually attacked with the Hordemaster for lethal. I was, like, thinking it as I was doing it, like, oh, hey, that would kill them, wouldn't it? Why would I ever do math? It doesn't matter. Cruelty of Gix is going to finish them off, because this is not a May ability! They have to search their library for a card and pay 3 life. You tooted your last toot, opponent. Good game. Behold. Goblins. Oh, I love goblins. Keep. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oof, mono red. Mono red is actually one of my worst matchups for this deck. It turns out that their red things are a little faster than my red things, though I'd say we're a bit better against a control type of deck. Yoshino Pyromancer, that's going to get some damage on my face, and it gets an extra +1/+1 counter from Kumano Face's Kakazan. But what if my Fanatical Firebrand were a 2/2? Would you choose to block? The reason I did that rather than hold it back as a blocker is because if they chose to block there, I would have gotten a trigger off the Hordemaster. But once Enching of Kumano's in play, my creatures don't die, they get exiled. Please don't hurt this. He's just a little guy. Light up the stage, getting them Yoshino Pyromancer and another Kumano Face's Kakazan. They're just going for face. Face is the place, after all. And I'm just going to sit here and chill. I have a 3/3 on the battlefield. It does have haste, give other goblins haste, and discount goblins. I want to keep this alive, if I can. Ooh, no, Torbran! Torbran! I'm going to block with this. And I'm going to sacrifice it. Kill the Pyromancer. It did not die to damage that they controlled. So I got this card, the Hordemaster, and I'm going to play it. And that's going to give me more hand refill, because that's what I need right now. If I attack them here, we mentor. They block 4. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Come at me, mono red. We get the extra goblin off the Battle Cry Goblin. The most they can prevent is 4 damage. Prepare thyself for the goblins! Please? I want to hit you so bad with all these little guys. This one's so little, he fits in my pocket. They're doing the math too. They're like, calculating, calculating, calculating. No matter how much math you do, you still lose. We got a couple of very angry little goblins here. I'll keep. If you're looking to play this deck in Pioneer, by the way, there's actually a whole bunch of goblins that are not available yet in Arena that make this deck kind of nasty, including one of the 1-drops, which I really wish we had here because it would just be so dang good. Alright, so let's hit them with Battle Cry Goblin, just to make this a 2-1 until end of turn. And hit him. Nice. 2 damage to face. First blood. What you gonna do about that, mono green? Oh, by the way, if you noticed that I was in Mythic before, and now I'm in Platinum, and you're wondering what the heck's going on there. Alright, well, ranks reset while I was recording this video. So here I am, full of goblins. Enjoy. And wonder. I could attack him with all of these, but I'd rather stay back. It looks like our opponent might be on some sort of Explorer package. Let's see. That's going to include some scaling creatures, a little bit of life gain, but I also see some good green stuff, Vivian Reed, and Ronus the Indomitable. Blizzard Brawl on my Goblin Warchief! Oh, rude! That's indestructible, so I don't really feel like I should block. Blocking is truly not the Goblin way. Llanowar Elves on the battlefield. Well then. How about a Foundry Sheet Denizen? A Fanatical Firebrand. Full of if. Me killing your Llanowar Elf. And then activating my Battle Cry Goblin for massive damage. Getting rid of the Llanowar Elf is important to me, because 5 mana, I would say, is probably where they're going to be unlocking some really powerful creatures that my deck, being mono red, isn't great at dealing with. But swinging in here with all this damage, I don't think they can recover. That's a win for me. Absolist! Hope you're ready for my goblins. Nobody's ever ready for my goblins. It's a shame. Foundry Sheet Denizen, turn 1. A 1/1 who's going to become so much more. For example, a 3/2. Let's get him! This is a green-white land. I think that they're gone either life gain or a Cocoa or some sort of low-to-the-ground aggressive deck. But I don't know which low-to-the-ground aggressive deck. So for now, I'm just going to try to deal as much damage as I can. Thankfully, I got a really good start for that. Like, they're already down to 7. They're gonna play their 3rd land. Well, what are they gonna do? Exile a guy? Ain't no board wipes on 3. Tireless Tracker, huh? Yeah, that to me says, hey, I'm playing a Selesnya midrange. Oh no! And, thanks to the power of the Goblin, we are victorious! And I think that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and to everybody who's watching it live over on Twitch, double thank you to you! If you would ever want to hang out at my channel, you are very welcome to. It's twitch.tv/Amazonian, and I stream Magic pretty much every day. I hope to see you there.